Hello and welcome to the Panda Playground from Easy Play assembly video where I'll go through some of the steps of the assembly and hopefully help you guys set this up much quicker than usual. So I'll go over some of the parts real quick. You have the wooden ladder, which is part A, the rope ladder, which is part B, then the two side legs, C and D, the orange connecting rods for the sides, and then you have the slide, the platform, the swing, and some other parts which I'll explain in the later steps. I've pre-assembled some of the parts which I'll explain in the next steps to help speed this up for you guys, but it should be pretty easy. For step one, we're going to take part A, which is the wooden ladder, and then two of the M pieces, which are these 8-figure looking parts, and then Q bolts, which look like this. And you want to install the two M pieces in kind of like this upward direction, like this, using 4 of the Q bolts. So after step one, your wooden ladder should look like this. For step two, we're now going to take part C, which is one of the side legs, and attach the third and final M part, which is the 8-figure looking part, using the Q bolts. So it should look like this. If you flip it over, it should be in this direction like this. Upward, you should have the logo and the labyrinth on this side, and the 8-piece looking like this. For step three, we're going to take part B, which is the rope ladder, and just put it on top of the A-piece or the wood ladder that we've assembled in step one. Important things to point out are the top of the ladder should look like this, and the rope ties should be at the bottom like this. It's very important that these two parts line up. So you have the labyrinth and the thread part, they have to line up like this when these two pieces are put together like that. For step four, we're going to take 4 of the rods, which are parts F, that have these little holes in them. They go on top like this, and then the other 2 bars, which are parts E, go on the bottom. And you just insert them through this side and then into there. So at the end of step 4, you should have it looking like this. For step 5, we're going to take the part C that we assembled in step 2 and attach it to the bottom rods like this. This is what it looks like at the end of step 5. For step 6, we're going to take part D, which is the final leg, main leg of the playground, and just install it on top, on the 2 top bars like this. This is one of the trickier steps, just because you have to make sure that these thread and labyrinth line up like this. This is very important. Please make sure that these line up. Otherwise, the playground will come out crooked. So just make sure that these 2 line up on step 6. For step 7, you're going to take 8 of the Q bolts and install it at each of the corners of the playground. As you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 more on this side. So again, just screw them in using the Allen wrench, and you can hold the bars with your hand just to make sure they don't spin through. For step 8, we're going to take 2 of the G bars, which go on the sides like this, and then connect them to the playground using bolts O. So just connect them like this, both sides. Step 9 is my favorite because you can finally see the playground take shape. What you're gonna do is just stand the structure up and then use the 2 sidebars to latch into the labyrinth. You should just be able to guide them through and they should lock in. So at step 9, it should look like this. Step 10 is just inserting the platform here. You want to make sure that it grabs onto this wooden rod here. And it should just be able to be nice and flush right here. For step 11, you will assemble the latch of the slide using the 2 bolts, and then you can install the slide to the playground by just latching it over the sidebar like this. For step 13, we're going to be assembling the swing, so we're going to have to do some knots and work with the ropes. So the easier thing to do is to use overhand knots for this, and I'll show you how to do them now. So for the swing, we're going to use 4 of the longer ropes. You can see I already pre-assembled 3 of them, so I'll just guide you through one of them step by step, and then you can just repeat that for the other 3. So you want to take the long rope, and then at one of the ends, just want to use an overhand knot to just secure it like this. You want to leave just a little bit of rope at the end, just for safety. Then guide the other end through the swing platform so that your knot is going to be at the bottom, like this. What you then want to do is create another overhand knot, and you want to do it evenly for all 4 of the ropes. The way I do it is I measure it using the other holes, and I just use about a thumb's length like this to create an overhand knot right about here. Just like this. That way all of them should be about even, and it will look like this. For step 14, we're going to install the sidebars on the swing, and you want to start with the side ones first. So let's imagine these are going to be the 2 sides of the swing. So you want to install these 2 first before you install the back piece and the front piece. And you'll see why in just a little bit, but mainly it is so the child will be able to get in and out of the swing easily by just lifting up the front piece. To finish assembling the swing and attaching it to the playground, we're going to use some more overhand knots by going through the holes of the top bars, and then just create an overhand knot. And then you just want to kind of play around with the heights where you create the knots, so that the swing is going to be nice and even, similar to this. For the rings, I'll show you a neat little trick. Again, we're going to use the shorter ropes for the rings, and in order to secure them to the rope like this, what you want to do is you want to fold the rope in half, exactly like this, and then you can lay the ring over this part, and you just guide the ends through this hole, and this will secure the ring on the rope. And the next step will be to just hang these on the playground. I took the gymnastic rings and hung them here just so the kids can just, we can remove the platform and the slide, and the kids can use the gymnastic rings and the swing together. Again, I just tied them like this, And also to make it a little bit more organized, I just took the ends of the swing rope and just tied it together so they're not just hanging everywhere. So at the end, you have the Panda Playground that looks just like this. Hope this was helpful to you guys, and I'll include one last part which will show you how to fold the playground up. To fold the Panda Playground is pretty simple. Now I've already disconnected the sidebar on that side to make this a little bit easier, but you would just disconnect it from the labyrinth and kind of move on to the next step. So the first thing you want to do is just remove the slide. Then the platform comes out by lifting this end, twisting it a little bit, like this, and taking it out. Then you want to disconnect the second sidebar from here like this. And last step is just to fold the playground up just like this. And you can put it against the wall or in the closet, or anywhere you'd like. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment with any questions. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.